Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy, Mr. General 3131 here. Back, but not back, because we're here with a new series. Right here we have the Worst to First Rebuild series. I might continue this series depending on how well this video performs, but we're going to start out with the Jaguars, who were the worst team in the NFL based on record last season. And we're going to see if we can get them to the top. Alright, guys. We're going to go ahead and get into this. Alright. Let's go ahead and see what players we have to upgrade. My man Colin Johnson. These wide receivers are going to be important. Especially Miles Jack's going to be important. Defensive captain right here. Upgrade your field general abilities. Need you to be leading the charge. Alright. And my man Colin Johnson, we're going to upgrade you in a second. I want to get you to 70 overall. Work on your physical. Let's work on your route running. We're going to upgrade your route running, my mans. Good deal. Solid. Solid. Just got to get you the ability to run those routes a little bit better. Pharaoh Cooper. I don't want to upgrade my tackles. I'm not worried about upgrading linemen right this second. We also got to have a deep threat on the team, so let's upgrade your deep threat, Pharaoh. Here the man. And then we're going to go ahead and upgrade Tyler Davis. Yeah, if it'll let me select him. I'm going to get your blocking up, that way we can get a run game going if we have to. There we go. Alright, and the rest of these dudes we're just going to automatically upgrade, not worried about them. Let's see how we're performing statistically so far in the preseason. Cowboys week. Let's see how we are performing statistically. Minshew is balling. Playing phenomenal. But Trevor Lawrence isn't playing too bad for a rookie either. See what we got in terms of running. Want to see what we're going to end up building the offense around. I think our passing game can succeed. I think that's what we're going to push for, is a nice passing threat offense. But we'll go ahead and see. We'll see what we can work with. And it's time for, before the start of the regular season, cuts. So we got to cut 21 players. Who's not going to make it? You're definitely not going to make it. I definitely don't need a 26 overall tight end. You're useless to me. Well, we already have two quarterbacks that I'm confident with. Don't need you. Tebow, unfortunately, I don't need you, my man. I'm sorry. You're too old, and it's not worth it. Pharaoh, we're keeping you. You're the man. Definitely not getting rid of my man Tavon Austin. He's a baller. Not getting rid of Philip Dorsett either. Probably could get rid of Carlos Hyde. That'll save us some money. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of him. Ben Ellefson, you got to go, man. I'm sorry. Chappelle Russell. You have some decent stats for a middle linebacker, but I'll go ahead and move you to the practice squad. Same with you. We're going to go ahead and move you to the practice squad. We got 2 middle linebackers there. We have to cut 14 more players, so you got to go. Don't need this trash-ass fucking right tackle. We already kept... we're going to move you to the practice squad. I didn't look at that linebacker I would have kept over that second one I kept. Alright, Jordan Smith. You have some pretty nice stats for a right outside linebacker, my man, but unfortunately it's not enough. It's not enough for me to be satisfied, so you gotta go. Luck Barco, you gotta go, my man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Barrow, we are keeping you, guaranteed. You're staying. You gotta go, I'm sorry. We're really fucking up our cap space with these cuts, but it's alright. We're going to make it back right here with this Rudy Ford cut. He's my 3rd string strong safety, and the only thing really nice about him is his speed, but it's not enough to keep him. Plus, I get almost $1.5 million back from cutting him, so unfortunately he has to go. Now, we already have our top 2 running backs. We're not going to cut our 3rd running back. We're going to keep him just in case. We're definitely not going to cut our backup tight end. That's terrible idea. We're not going to cut our backup free safety. I need coverage safeties, so you got to go, even though you're my backup. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Agnew, I like your stats, man. We're going to have to keep you, that's for sure. Tavon, you might have to go, my man. You might have to go. Unfortunately. I gotta cut one. Tavon or Dorsett. One of them's gotta go. That's gotta be Tavon. Dorsett's just better. He's younger. I'm sorry, Tavon. I'm sorry. And then we have some guys on the practice squad we'll be alright with. Damian Wilson can go. I need to cut 4 more players. We're going to go, we're not going to cut them from there. We're going to cut them from the actual roster because I don't want to cut any of those guys that are left. Now we're actually going to come in here to the roster and alright. Lutton, you gotta go. I don't need 3 QBs. I'm sorry, man, but you just gotta go. My man, Ozigbo, you don't make the cut, man. I'm sorry. Sorry. Fullbacks. We have none, so that's definitely a thing we want to look at. Jalen Camp. I don't think we can work with an 89 speed receiver, man. I think Farrah's enough for us, so you gotta go, my man. You're just not really good enough at anything. My man Tyler Davis, you gotta go. I don't know why they wouldn't give me an option to cut you over Tebow, but it is what it is. Alright, what's our roster at now? Did we get all the players cut that we need to? We did. We're down to 53 players, so that's it. You guys have it. That is our going into the season roster. We're going to go ahead and compare Tebow or Minshew with Trevor Lawrence's stats. And It is very, very close. But I think we just got to go ahead and start Trevor Lawrence. I think that's what we got to go with in this first season. So we're going to go ahead and simulate to the first week. Alright. We got the roster pretty much how we want it to be. It's about as solid as it's going to get. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. We'll go through half the season right before the trade deadline and see from there. So unless anything important happens, I will see you guys at week 7. Alright, we're going to see what looks best to upgrade Trevor Lawrence. So his throw power is pretty nice. I think we want to work on his accuracy a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade his field general skills. Before we get into the free agency, we're going to go ahead and see what... We only lost by 3 points, so it's not too terrible. We're going to go ahead and see what our weaknesses were. Trevor Lawrence played phenomenal, so that's not the issue. Our run game, however, was trash. So that's not what you like to see. No missed field goals, so that's not the problem. Now let's go see what our defense gave up the most. See, Teddy Bridgewater played phenomenal, so we need to double down on the passing defense. And we gave up 5 yards per carry to their rookie running back, which is not exactly what you want to see. So we're going to see what we can find in free agency. We're going to make a little bit more room on our roster since we're still at max roster space. So let's go see who else we can cut to give us room to... Well, actually, let's look at the free agents first. Jimmy Smith would be a huge, huge addition to our secondary. But he's asking a lot. I'm trying to figure out who we could add to the team here. I don't think our corners are too much of the problem, though. Alright, so now let's look at our roster and see what our biggest weak point is. That's the first step, is to find out what your biggest weakness is. So, we're going to go ahead and look at that real quick. Obviously, we don't have a fullback, but I'm more concerned in the offensive line department since our run game struggled so much. Alright, so right tackle we could really focus on. My My man, Jihad Ward, I'm very sorry, but you gotta go, man. We gotta make space. We gotta make space. My man, you gotta go as well. I'm sorry. And we want to free up one more spot, because I kind of have an idea of what I want to do in free agency. Andre Cisco, you're a rookie, so we're gonna keep you. You're very young. We need young boys on the squad. So actually, how much? This dude's not too much older than you, but he's still at the same level as you. He has less of a chance of breaking out and developing how we want him to. So we're gonna go ahead and release him. And then that gives us 3 free spots on the roster. I want you guys to remember that because that's going to be really important for what is about to happen. I will see you guys back in the free agency. Alright, we are here in free agency, and obviously, as you can see, our right tackle options are not very cut clean. We don't really have the right tackles we were hoping for here. But Nate Solder, being a veteran, he will be a solid addition to the team, get some mentorship. I don't really know about that contract, but I can adjust it. So we'll go ahead and sign him for the $2 million. That's not exactly what I was looking for, but it's better than the young dude we had before. Now, moving on from right tackle, we're going to move over to fullback, if it'll load, because we really need a fullback. And there's no fullbacks in free agency. So as you can see, Malcolm Brown has a 65 run block, and we can go ahead and sign him for the low price of $2 million. So there's our fullback right there. We're going to go ahead and make sure we make that adjustment in the roster. And then last but not least, we're going to come over to right end. And we're going to pick up Ife Obada. I don't know how to say his name, but this is the man we're going to pick up right here. He's going to be a solid addition to our team. As you can see, he's got pretty nice stats for 72 overall, 80 finesse, 84 speed for a right end. Very crucial. He's pretty quick for a right end. So he's definitely going to be able to get out there on tosses or whatever, as long as he can break free from the blocker, which he's got that finesse to do so. So definitely going to be a huge addition to the team if we can get him, put him in the right position to succeed. But alright, that's going to do it for those adjustments, and we're going to adjust the roster, and then other than that, I'll see you guys in Week 7. Our safeties are looking pretty good in this upcoming draft, so that's good news right there. We want to go ahead and look at tight ends too. I want to get a nice threat for Trevor Lawrence. Alright, Cortez Wilson. We're going to look at you, man. Over is the hardest. My man Cortez Wilson, where you at? There you are. He's not looking promising. I was lied to. Waste of my scouting points, man. Definitely don't need wide receivers unless we're going to get to next big name wide receiver that's going to be the leader on this core of... This is a promising wide receiver draft. Looks like it anyways. Yeah, very promising wide receiver draft. Pop-Tarts. I want to keep working on getting Trevor Lawrence's accuracy up there. And we want to keep working on making this dude a dual threat. And my man James Robinson, you're the team leader. We're going to keep upgrading your power back abilities because we need that round and pound, that heavy hitter running back. So we're going to keep working on that. Alright guys, we are back. Here we are right before the trade deadline on our bye week. We are currently sitting at, we should be at 3-3. I don't know what that's about. I didn't count my win last week or something. I should be 3-3 right now though. Is it just glitched on that? The Ravens are balling. Yeah, there we are, 3-3 atop the division. Now our defense is struggling, but our offense is not playing too bad. We are struggling at home, but on the road we are performing very well. Very well. So we need to focus on our home field advantage, taking advantage of our home field advantage. But we're going to go ahead and see what trades we can make. So I will see you guys back at the trade deadline. Or not the trade deadline, I'll see you guys back at the trade block, see how we can work around there. We don't really need a corner, so we're going to go with Sean Gibson. Let's see what our options are now. Trade block. I gotta cut somebody, fortunately. I mean, Farrah, I wasn't ready to give up on you, but being 26 years old at only 66 overall, you gotta go, my man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but business is business. Then we're going to get over here into our trades. See who's on the trade block. See what we can work with. Ideally, we want to pick up a safety. Ideally. But if that's not available, then we can work around it. You just need to see what's available first. We need a tight end really bad. And a right end. Let's see who's on the trade block. No, we don't need a quarterback. Definitely don't need that. Zach Ertz is on the trade block. He would be a huge addition to this team. Cap hit is kind of sucks though. On 8 p.m. bus. Why is that? Oh, we got plenty of cap room, so that's definitely not an issue. Definitely not an issue for us at all. Alright, so we're going to try to pick up Zach Ertz. Well, you don't pass up a guy like Zach Ertz when he's available. So, and they need a quarterback. So we're going to throw Gardner Minshew at him. We have come to the conclusion that Trevor Lawrence is definitely going to be our future. We really want to get Zach Ertz, and he's a much better player than Minshew. But they also need a left end. We can't really help him at left outside linebacker or left tackle. Let's see what we're looking at, looking like at left guard. Can't really help him there. And we're going to offer them our last second round or 7th round pick. All this for Zach Ertz. Man, somehow I fucked that up. Alright, hold on. I'm going to fast forward back to where we were, so we're where we were at. And we got the deal done. I'm glad I didn't add the 7th round pick this time. But now we have a tight end on the roster, so that gives Trevor Lawrence more weapons to throw to. That's exactly what you want to see. So that's pretty solid. Now we got to head to free agency and pick up a backup quarterback just in the event that Trevor Lawrence happens to go down. You know, you always want to be prepared for the worst. So we're going to go look at these quarterbacks in free agency. In the NFL rosters, ignore that. I accidentally hit the wrong thing. That's beside the point. We don't need to worry about that. Free agents is all the way at the bottom. And then we want to go to quarterbacks, and let's see who's available. A veteran would be preferable. A veteran that's not Joe Flacco. But I don't think we have much options. I think Joe Flacco would be the best fit for us. My man Joe Webb. The baller that I always used to sign Maddens ago. Many Maddens ago, Joe Webb was the man, but he's a little old now. I'm just not liking that price point for Joe Flacco. We're going to go with RG3. Joe Flacco is a little too expensive for me. We're going to go ahead and get RG3. You know, add a veteran to the team. Solid pickup. We're going to go ahead and add RG3 to the squad. Alright, we made some very big, key, crucial roster moves. So, hopefully this carries us out. We keep the lead of the division. The main goal is to get in the playoffs in year 1. That is the main goal. If we can get in the playoffs, we know we're headed in the right direction. So, let's go ahead and advance. Alright, this is going to be a tough game coming up against the Seahawks here. They're not too much better than us. Maybe it's their coaching staff that's, you know. Maybe it's their coaching staff that puts them so far ahead of us. Because on paper, we're about just as talented as them. Alright, we're going to look at our defensive coordinator, see what we can get him doing, because we need to work on our defense. Alright, this is the way we want to go over here. We need to get this block shedding down here. Alright, that's going to help. We want to get pressure in, especially on Russell Wilson. Force him outside the pocket. I mean, obviously you don't want Russell Wilson outside the pocket, but if we could shake him up a little bit, maybe he'll make some questionable throws that'll lead to some you know, hopefully big plays by our defense. I mean, there's not much you can do against Russell Wilson. He's Russell Wilson. So we're just going to have to try our best. We're going to go ahead and do our game plan right here for him. The ultimate goal would be to lock down the passing game and force them to run the ball. We don't want the ball in Russell Wilson's hands, or he's just going to pick us apart. Contain scrambling. We want to limit his passing. We're not really worried about him running. Obviously, that's going to come back to bite us because Russell Wilson is very dangerous on the ground. They don't call him Danger Russ for nothing. He is very dangerous with his legs, but we want to kind of force him to... We don't want him to pick us apart in the passing game. But alright, that's going to go ahead and do it for the first part of this video. Now we are going to continue this series, but we're going to go ahead and end it off here because I'm cutting it a little long. So when we get back into this next time, we're going to finish out the regular season, and depending on how long of a runtime that takes, we might try to get into the playoffs also in the next video, if we make it. Right now, we're in good position, but obviously all kinds of things can happen. But anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a new series I'm trying out. If you did enjoy it, please drop a like. It is highly appreciated. You guys don't know how much you guys liking my content means to me. And if you want to see more of this content, subscribe. I'll probably have it all on a playlist. But like I said, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, evening, night, afternoon, whatever time it is for you. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.